Hello students, welcome to another video lesson. So in today's video, we are going to look at the TOEFL reading section and I'm going to give you an overview, right? So let us look at typically the first section in the TOEFL exam, that is reading, okay? So in the reading section, if you check, right, so the first section that you're going to do is the reading. The reading section is done first in the IBT test. So you know what do you mean by IBT, that is internet based test. It is designed to test your ability to comprehend academic reading material. Why? Because once you go and study abroad, you must be able to comprehend whatever you have read. So for that, this reading section is typically testing your reading skills. Academic means the passages are like what you would find in the textbook at university. So whatever passages that you will read to answer in the TOEFL exam, they are taken from the university books, right? Sometimes even magazines, but mostly it's from the university books. All fields of study, from chemistry to literature to psychology, are possible topics of the reading passages. So you will also get to see chemistry to literature to psychology, right? So which is also a common topic that you will be looking at in the reading section. Okay, so the fields, the topics that you're going to read will range from chemistry, literature, and psychology related to human beings, right? So these are the possible topics. See, you need not have any prior knowledge about the subject that you're going to read. Even if you belong to engineering background and you are applying for masters, right? So you need not have a prior knowledge about psychology, because it is only testing your English language skills. My dear students, try to understand that the TOEFL exam is only testing your reading skills, like how far you can read the passage and comprehend it. And it is not testing your general knowledge, right, related to that particular topic or subject. On average, the length of the passage is about 700 words. So the passage that you should read in the TOEFL exam will range from 700 to about even 800 words. These are long passages. Typically, you will have how many passages? You will have 3 reading passages which will have 10 questions. So you'll have 3 passages, 10 questions, right? That you need to answer for each passage. 10 questions in each passage. So around 30 questions. Each passage is timed separately. If you get 3 passages, the total time allowed is 54 minutes. Okay, got it? So if you get only 3 passages, then the time will be only 54 minutes. But whereas if you get 4 passages, then you will get how many questions? 40 questions. Then the time also varies, because you will get around 72 minutes to answer 4 passages. But whereas if you have only 3 passages, you will get 54 minutes to answer. So depending on the paper, right, that you will get on the exam date, the time will vary. Either it can be 54 or might be 72, depending on the number of passages that you get. Okay, so this is the overview of the reading section. Actually, this is what the format of the reading section, right? So there are 10 types of reading questions. Okay, in the reading section you have 10 types of questions, okay, and 4 different kinds of formats used. Most types are worth 1 point, but a type can be worth up to 4 possible points. Although you will do 30 to 40 questions. So if you have only 30 questions, then the time is, that is 54. But if you have 40 questions to be answered, then you will get 72 minutes. The scaled score for the reading section has a maximum value of 30. That means the marks that you will get for the reading section are 30 points, right? No, we are not sure how ETS reduces the score down to 30. Might be. The scoring still needs to be evaluated, because if you have 30 bits, then obviously you can consider getting 1 mark for each and every correct answer. But if you get 40 questions, we don't know how they're going to draw it down to, score it down to 30. Okay, but anyways, this is how the scoring pattern, the duration, and also the number of questions that you're going to get in the reading section. Now let us first jump quickly into the diagnostic test, okay? Like how the reading section will be in the TOEFL exam. So now let us look at the diagnostic test. And as you know, in the diagnostic test or whatsoever test, the first part that you will be doing, or the first section that you will be doing, is a reading module or the reading section, right? So you can see here, you will be doing or starting your exam with the reading section. In this section, you will read 3 passages and answer reading comprehension questions about each passage. Most questions are worth 1 point. As I told you earlier, most questions are worth about 1 point, but the last question in each set is worth more than 1 point. More than. Okay, so the last question in each and every section or the passage will worth more than 1 point. Okay, now let us first look at the questions, right? So this is how the passage will be. You can see questions 1 to 12. Causes of ice ages. Causes of ice ages is the title of the passage. So it's very important for you to observe the title, the introduction of the passage, because that will introduce the topic of what you will be reading in the body paragraphs, right? So it is very important to understand the title, that is Causes of Ice Ages. So that's the title. So this is the lengthy passage that you're going to read. You can have a look at here, right? So this is the passage and these are the questions. You can check the questions here. So the word prevailed in the passage is closest in meaning to. That means you must find almost like a synonym, right? So you must find the word meaning, right? The word prevailed in the passage. So you have in the passage, you have the word prevailed, right? Is closest in meaning to what? What? Which one? So you need to pick that, right? Got it? So it's almost like word meanings, okay? So that is the first question that you will typically face in the reading section. Okay, got it? And now what is about the second question? What can be inferred from paragraph 2 about the factors that contribute to glaciation, right? Glaciation. Now he's asking what can be inferred. What do you mean by inferred? To draw a conclusion, now you need to read the complete paragraph, not the passage, but the particular paragraph 2, because he marked in the question saying paragraph 2. So you need to read the complete paragraph 2 and you need to infer. That means you need to draw a conclusion and choose one correct option. So as you can see here, every question that is there in the reading section is a multiple choice question. Now, what is a multiple choice question? As you can look, you can see a question here, and below that you will have 4 possible options. Now, out of these 4 possible options, only one option will be correct. That means you will have only one correct answer. Okay, so what you need to do is, since it's in the multiple choice questions, you just need to select which one is correct. If you feel it's existed, you just need to click on that and it will be highlighted. So this is what you need to do in the exam. Okay, got it? So every question that you see in the reading section is completely a multiple choice question. So you need not worry about how to answer it, because it's not asking you a direct question, but it's giving you some options and you just need to select the option which is completely matching with the paragraph, right? Got it? So you just need to select one option and you need not worry about answer direct questions, right? So as you can see here, even third question, the phrase these eccentricities in the passage refers to all of the following except. So these are references, right? Not inferences but references. So like that, you have different types of questions in the reading section and you will get to see all the question types almost in each and every passage, right? So whatever passage you're going to read, you are going to answer almost all the type of questions. So in the next video lesson or might be the class, we are going to discuss what are the question types that you will get in the reading section. Now this is completely a diagnostic test, you can see, right? So you have 7 questions, not 7 questions, you have actually 12 questions in this passage. Okay, so you can check here 10, right? So you have 11th one and the 12th one, right? So all of these are almost what, multiple choice questions, right? So you have question, you have answer options, all you need to do is just select it. But if you check this one, it's not like a multiple choice question. You can see here, look at the 4 squares, look at the 4 squares, you can see the 4 squares, right? A, B, C and D. So these are the 4 squares that indicate where the following sentence could be added to the passage. So this is the following sentence. You can see the sentence, right? When the earth is at its furthest from the sun. When the earth is at its furthest from the sun, less sunlight reaches the surface. Furthest, you know, that's a superlative of far, right? So you know what do you mean by far? So it is a superlative of far. Now, so this is a what? It's a sentence. Now what you need to do is you need to look where this sentence best fits. So you need to put this sentence in the places which are given in the boxes, right? So where would the sentence best fit? Whether it's A, whether it's B here, C or D. Choose the letter of the square that shows where the sentence should be added. So if you want to add this particular sentence over here, so you just need to select B. By that, you will just bring that sentence over here. For that, especially, you need to know some tips and tricks and also the strategies to work these questions, right? Inferences, I mean sentence insertion. The question type over here is sentence insertion. Okay, so anyways, we're going to discuss all the question types in the next video lesson, but I hope you've understood actually how the reading section will look like and what are the questions that you need to answer in your reading module, right? So you will have different types of questions in the reading section. Okay, and one more detail that I want to add over here is, as you can see here in the passage, you can see some of the words are like given a star, might be a symbol. So if you just click on this particular word where you have an asterisk symbol, you can just look for the meaning of the word. So you can see here, what is the meaning of the word wobble? That is to shake or move from side to side. And even you have another word that is tilt, to begin in a sloping position. So if you know, that's fine, but if you don't know, you can still click on these words which are highlighted in might be bold letters. If you just click on that, you can even view the meaning of it. So even this is an important detail that I would like to give you as an information, because this is so helpful for the students who don't know the meaning, right? Who are not very good at the vocabulary. But anyways, this is all about the reading section. And now that's the end of today's video. and we will be looking at the question types in the next session. Until then, bye guys, take care and have a nice day.